what kinds of things as a regular educator do I need to do to be more inviting to aides or the special education specialist or
smile?
Just do like, it's kind of like that do unto others, like how, just be inviting. I mean, just remember we're a team. That's the whole thing, I think.
And what about, especially if you're a brand new teacher and the special education teacher has a lot more experience, how do you work as a team? How do you initiate that, or what are the best kinds of ways to work?
Well, this year was my first year in special ed, so I was able to go to Jill every day and say, hey, what am I doing with my life? Basically just being able to use that person's expertise of having the experience, but then also going back to what you've learned in college and say, okay, well, this is what I've learned is best practice, and taking that into my classroom. And so being able to know that Jill has the experience, but then also just being confident in what you've learned in college because you were prepared through your coursework too.
However, I've had lots of experience, but Becca started this year and I had 4 students that were kindergarten age, and kindergarten is not necessarily my area of expertise, and that was her background coming in. So I was able to go to her with less years of teaching, but much more experience and expertise. So I was able to go to her as well and say, what do I do with these kindergarten students? So it's a real give and take all the time. And just knowing, we're all experts or working towards developing expertise in areas, and that we all have our talents and what we can share, but we also have to learn from each other all the time.
And remembering that what we're doing is trying to teach kids, trying to do what's best for kids, and sometimes you have to set your ego aside and say, hey, I need help, and that's okay.